Man, oh man. Tonight was a great night for professional wrestling, guys. We are here live for Outside the Brand episode number 63, as we are here talking about AEW Dynamite and their second year anniversary show. As you guys can see here on the thumbnail, Hangman Adam Page returns in the casino ladder match as the Joker and wins the whole damn thing. Guys, welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your AEW post show for your October 6th, 2021 edition of the show. We got Loft joining us in a bit, but guys, from top to bottom, I think this show was very solid, and we had some great wrestling tonight, especially that ladder match main event.
Yes, sir, indeedy.
Agreeable. Good day.
All right,
Good wrestling all around.
Yeah.
One C didn't like the predictability of it, but
yeah. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but I hear myself talking, so I think somebody has their audio on again. If somebody can mute the stream.
I don't even know what that means.
I think somebody has the stream up on an open window. Because it's not me and I don't have anything here.
Yeah, I've got a small window up.
Okay, I think we're all set. Actually, no, we're not. I think it's you, Nate.
Yeah, let me see. I think. Oh.
There we go.
I think we're good. But guys, tonight was a very good night of professional wrestling. We had AEW's second anniversary show tonight. AEW started on October 4th, 2019. And guys, it's been 2 solid years of great content when it comes to AEW. And they always pull these anniversary shows, and they kill it every single time. We had some great stuff tonight. We had Bobby Fish making his AEW debut in a great TNT Championship match. Of course, we had the casino ladder match for an AEW World Title shot, and we kicked things off, guys, with that 8-man tag. From what I heard, AEW and TNT were just not cooperating with me for the first 15 minutes of the show, so I had to figure out my TV box and all that. But from what I was hearing, this shit was fucking fire.
Yes, sir, indeedy. That was a great start to the AEW show, man.
That's a way to start too, honestly.
Yeah.
I almost was surprised, to be honest, but the main event makes sense because it's the Joker. But
yeah,
but it was fire, fucking start to finish.
All right, guys. So I saw some chat that's absolutely wild. Mo. After tonight, you really think this? Really? And who do you have there on your profile picture, huh? He might be holding another company's championship, but who's that? Nate, I think you know who that fella is. Do you? I think you know who he is. He actually appeared tonight. He's probably wrestling right now on the Rampage tapings. That's right, Josh. That's right. CM Punk. But guys, oh shit. No fucking way. But before we Before we even get started with the actual review, we have some breaking news here, people. Bobby Fish officially signs with AEW.
What?
Bobby Fish officially signs with AEW. AEW
Wow.
tweets out, Bobby Fish is all elite.
Wow.
Tony Khan bought out his MLW contract. What the hell?
Wow.
I guess that just shows if you're going for that TNT title, you're getting looked at.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Bash, I mean, he's all elite now.
It's a big pickup. TK ain't playing around.
Whew. All right, guys. Who knows what else can happen here on this live? But guys, we're here to talk about AEW Dynamite and how everything went down. We started things off with that 8-man tag team match. The Elite and Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, and the Young Bucks take on Bryan Danielson, Jurassic Express, and Christian Cage. From what I heard and from what I will see, because I will be watching this match back again for confirmation and everything on how everything went, but from what I got from the group chat and all that and on Twitter, this match was great. We had Adam Cole going for a suicide dive, but stops and shouts Adam Cole, baby. I saw that in Nate's live when I was there because I had to watch something while I was trying to get my box figured out. So I saw that. Great stuff. Adam Cole is a freaking genius. Luchasaurus hits a chokeslam on Cole, covers for a 2 count. Omega hits a V trigger, Cole with a low blow, and Omega launches a power bomb from the help of the Elite, but you fucked up chants were roaring through that arena as it was a pretty major botch that we saw in that power bomb spot. But we saw that power bomb and Omega with a Snapdragon to Jungle Boy. Cole hits a Panama Sunrise, covers Danielson, cover, and Danielson breaks up the count. Danielson takes on all the Elite alone, and with Danielson, he has kicks to Omega in the center of the ring. Triple super kick from the Bucks and Cole. A 4-way BTE trigger on Jungle Boy for the 1, 2, 3. And the Elite pick up the dub. I had the Elite winning here. You got to have Kenny Omega have some wins here before his match at Full Gear. Now, whether that is going to be against Hangman or they're trying to establish that Bryan Danielson rematch, we'll see when that happens in November. But guys, thoughts on this match as you saw the entirety of it, and thoughts on the Elite taking care of Bryan Danielson, and his boys.
The match was fantastic. Like I said, it was a great way to start the show. I didn't know that they were actually going to hurry up and come out with the 8-man like that. But it was a great way to start the show. I like that the Elite won, gives Kenny momentum going into his championship match, whether that be Bryan Danielson or they decide to give it to Adam Page. So we'll see what happens, man.
That match was phenomenal. Has Christian and Adam Cole fought ever in WWE?
Christian and Adam Cole, not that I'm aware of, no.
Because I was wondering, I was like, this is a sight to see. I was like, I like seeing these guys in the ring together because I was like, I don't recall this ever happening when they.
He's always wanted to face him, but never had the chance to up until now.
That's what I like to hear. It was a good match. Definitely surprising to start the show, but when you get that ladder match, that you got to end it with that.
Yeah. Commentary runs down tonight's card, and we hear from CM Punk next. So, of course, Mr. Cult of Personality himself comes out to the AEW crowd. And before that, actually, we had Jon Moxley in a video package backstage, and he says that he's just pissed off. There's no man who can pin him. You think I've never been in a ladder match before? He says, this is my company, and that is my belt. Great intensity from this promo from Jon Moxley, as he always does whenever he does these promos backstage. I finally think that we're going to see Jon Moxley not... The whole Forbidden Door storyline when it came to Minoru Suzuki and Lance Archer and all that, I think that's finally over, and we're going to see some real feuds when it comes to the AEW roster and Jon Moxley. So what do you guys think about that? As he was pretty much just saying, hey, you know what? At some point, I'm gunning back for that AEW World Championship, whether anyone likes it or not.
I like it. I'm kind of glad that Moxley. Hold on, I can hear myself. Give me 1 sec.
Sorry.
I think I should be good now. But yeah, I like it. I like that Moxley is actually getting back into the title picture. Give us some more feuds happening around the AEW Championship. Whether that be Moxley and Kenny again, or Moxley and anybody else within the elite, it should be good, man. I like what I see so far. I was kind of expecting Moxley to win the ladder match, to be honest. But then, of course, once we saw that the Joker was Adam Page, then I kind of knew. I'm like, okay, they're probably gonna give it to Adam Page. So, but yeah,
It's a good way to push Mox back in the That's good.
I just like the way that Jon Moxley handles himself. He talks very intense in his promos, and when it comes to just him being him, it's just a great thing to see for him to finally be able to be himself in whatever that he wants to do here in AEW. So it's a great thing to hear, and more things to come from Jon Moxley, as always. But guys, out comes CM Punk, Cult of Personality his and the Best in the World makes his entrance to the AEW crowd. Punk high-fives commentary on his way to the ring. He dives into the front row. Great. He dives every single time, and it's great to hear. It's great to see. But if you miss one step, Punk, you miss one step, you're going. He dives into the front row. Huge CM Punk chants roar through the arena, and Punk asks, "Who's tired of this yet?" He's going to keep the love fest going. Points out his Jordans, and he comes, and that he comes from humble beginnings. He slept professional wrestler when he ate, slept, and breathed professional wrestling ever since he moved to Philadelphia, and he's glad that he's back. He plays to the crowd before saying that Philadelphia is special to him. He will wrestle for them and face Daniel Garcia on AEW Rampage, and he leaves by giving his Jordans to a kid in the front row dressed as Orange Cassidy at ringside. If I'm that kid right now, I am never putting my feet in those shoes. Those shoes are legendary, and that's it. You gotta box those things up. You gotta put it in like a protective case. That right there is such a cool gift by CM Punk, and great stuff. I loved every single second of that.
Yeah, man. That was a real great moment. CM Punk giving those shoes to that kid. Yeah, I like the promo by CM Punk. And I already know that CM Punk match next, well, not next week, Friday, is going to be a banger with Daniel Garcia as well. So looking forward to it.
That's a big win for that kid. It's so crazy. As soon as I saw Punk doing it, too, I knew it. I didn't know who he was giving it to because I didn't see the kid. I was kind of just listening to the promo while I was doing stuff. And then as soon as I look up and saw him kicking the shoes off, I'm like, oh, he's giving these boys out. I'm like, that's a big win for who's ever walked in on Philly love. That's a big win.
Well, he lived in Philadelphia at one point, Josh. I don't think he lives there now. I think he obviously still does live in Chicago and everything like that, but he did live in Philadelphia at least sometime during his wrestling career, whether that was in Ring of Honor or whether that was in during, or whether he had a place during his WWE days. He did have a place in Philly at some point during his wrestling tenure. A video package of Arn Anderson. This was probably one of my favorite parts of the night, honestly, because Arn Anderson is a legend after what happened last week. He says Cody is too Hollywood and he's lost his way. Cody meets him in a warehouse and Arn is burning Cody's suits. Arn asks, why don't you just paint a star on your face? So shout out to Stardust right there. Having that little callback is great. Then will be cool. He slaps Cody. Mollywops the kid. Like he just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck you. Boom. And he's like, yeah, just there you go. And Cody nods and puts his tie in the fire, symbolizing burning the old Cody Rhodes. So, guys, listen, it's a very, very slow burn, but at some point, we will get the heel turn for Cody Rhodes, and it's going to be a great thing. They're booing him already, so you might as well give them something to boo and boo correctly, because nobody likes Cody Rhodes right now, and like I said in previous podcasts, I don't know why, because the guy is a great storyteller in the ring. What else do you want him to do?
Right, I understand why everybody don't like Cody either. Like I said, he's great in the ring, great on the mic. I also don't understand why Arn had to smack my mans like that. Like he was just telling Arn, like, "Hey man, respectfully, get out my house and leave me alone." So Arn was wind up. Wow, like, what? Like I don't understand.
It's
Armed Anderson. If it ain't the Glock, it's the hand.
we see what we're pretty much getting at, though, right? I mean, we're slowly trying to get rid of the old Cody Rhodes and try to make him into some kind of, well, I don't think a monster, but in a way where, like, he's just going to be fed up to the point where he's most likely going to turn on Lee Johnson, who he tagged with last week, and now most likely be the first feud for Cody Rhodes as a heel. So thoughts on that? I mean, it can be something as simple as that. It really can be that simple. All we have to do is just get this heel turn at some point when it all does go down. When do you expect it to go down? Like, how long do you think this will last until we finally get to see the attack on Lee Johnson?
I'd probably give it maybe another 2 to 3 weeks, I believe.
I don't know. They could slow burn this. We saw like they could slow burn it. We saw Legacy together for a little while. Like they could slow burn it like that. But it's just all depending on timing and when
Yeah.
you have the opportunity to give the best capitalization for the turn. You want all eyes.
Do we see a possible Lee Johnson Cody Rhodes match of Full Gear?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
When is Full Gear?
Full Gear, it's in the middle of November, I think.
It's November 13th, I believe.
Middle of November, yeah. AEW Full Gear.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yep, November 13th. It's on a Saturday. Okay, look at that. But yeah, Cody Rhodes, we're getting that slow burn for a heel turn. I can't wait for it. Up next, guys, we had a video package after the commercial break, a video package for Bobby Fish, the man that is challenging for the TNT Championship, comes on. And it says that he has won titles all over the world. Sammy will go down as the shortest reigning TNT champion of all time. Bobby Fish makes his entrance. The TNT champion, Sammy Guevara, is out next. And earlier today, Sammy said that he did exactly what he said that he was going to do and beat Miro to become the new champion. Reveals to his best friend, Fuego del Sol, that he bought him a truck. So the man bought his best friend a truck after winning the TNT title. Hey, I mean, listen, each their own. And then Fuego just proceeds to say, hey, you know, I'm putting this truck on the line for a championship match right now. Then they all laugh and shrug it off. He says, congratulations and good luck tonight. And says, I will beat Bobby Fish tonight. So just a great little video package backstage in the parking lot. And then we got to the TNT title match. This match was great. I loved every single second of it. What are your guys' thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I believe that match was really, really good. Got to showcase what Bobby Fish could actually do in the ring.
Solo-wise.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Because in WWE, it seemed like he didn't really have the opportunity because he was constantly in a tag team with Undisputed Era or something like that. But yeah, this gave him an opportunity to show what he can do individually, and he killed it. The Avalanche Falcon Arrow off the top, yeah, that was an amazing move. Fantastic match between him and Sammy, man. I love it. And obviously AEW loves it because now he's all elite. So
that's what I was about to say. Yeah, obviously that match did something. They don't put that contract out and brought him over real quick. Got to showcase what he can do and
So.
But Bash, I mean, not only is Bobby all elite now, but I mean they obviously saw something enough in him to give him that shot. And yeah, sure, this was a forbidden door kind of thing, but now he's here. So what do you expect from Bobby Fish moving forward now that he is all elite and he will be here for the foreseeable future?
You gotta have him address AC at some point.
True. Yeah.
I was just about to say he most definitely got to face Adam Cole at some point. I was about to say it's only right. As far as the TNT Championship goes, I don't know if he'll get another shot, maybe down the line, hopefully. But yeah, he got to get a shot at Adam Cole like sometime. So.
Ooh, TNT. This is kind of the issue with the TNT title right now. Is it feels like it's almost an AEW's title. You know what I mean? So it's like if they hand it off literally, to Bobby Fish, it's like, oh, we're now gonna have somebody else come on and take this over, and then stay on AEW as well. Yeah, I mean Christian, obviously appears on Impact, and maybe he appears a lot more than I even know as well because I just see, some clips here and there, and I don't watch Impact. I'll admittingly say that. But to where it's like, if you hand this off from one guy that's coming over from the other side right over to the next side, and then keep them on AEW even too, I feel like that's hurting Impact in so many ways. Although Impact is not
Yeah.
necessarily, supposed to be ideal for us. I mean, because we don't watch it, but they're supposed to win in some ways because this is the forbidden door being opened.
Yeah.
So, I feel like they're taking L's.
Yeah. The match was great, though. We came back from a commercial break. This was picture-in-picture at this time. And Fish hits a body slam. Guevara hits a back elbow, which kind of looked like a Judas effect in a way. So he kind of did a little nod to his old buddy Chris Jericho. Does a clothesline, a back elbow, and a back drop driver for Fish cover. From Fish cover for a 2 count. Fish hits a high knee. Guevara gets a boot up. Hits a Spanish fly, which that standing Spanish fly that Sammy Guevara does is absolutely beautiful 100% of the time. The man does not fuck that up.
Right.
No matter, he doesn't fuck it up. So he hits the standing Spanish fly. Guevara goes for the 630 senton, but Fish kicks him off the top rope. Fish hits a top rope Falcon Arrow like Nate mentioned in the earlier parts of the show. And Fish goes for a cover. Guevara kicks out the count of 2. Fish hits an exploder suplex in the corner, which looked absolutely nasty. Sammy Guevara sold that like a champ. Literally, because he's a champ. And covers for a 2 count. Sammy Guevara then gets up, hits a GTH for the 1, 2, 3. I love that whole GTS, GTH kind of combination that he does. The Go to Hell is one of the greatest finishers in AEW right now. And it's obviously going to take down a lot of people under his reign as TNT champion. Do we see a rematch with Miro at Full Gear, or is it going to be something completely different? Do you see Miro going after something else? Because to be completely honest, Tony doesn't really do rematches like all that often, so it might not really be the case.
Right. I was just about to say that, actually. I was just about to say, like, I noticed that like the rematch clause is pretty much gone. So I don't know what they'll have Miro do, but I'm pretty sure it'll be something else down the line. I just don't have an idea right now who will be a good person for him to feud with. But yeah, I see him doing something down the line. I don't think he'll be back in the TNT title picture anytime soon.
He did so much for that belt already. I mean, it's time for somebody else to really take that championship to the next level.
Right.
I don't know what you do with him, though.
Yeah, honestly, me neither. I mean, he's so untouchable right now. What can we put him in? What can Tony put him out? And rather,
right.
He's an untouchable monster right now. So whoever you really put him up with, are they really going to win? Are they really going to win? But Bash, sorry about that. What did you think of this TNT Championship match? Bobby Fish looked fantastic.
Oh, it was a good match in whole. I'm excited to see now what more he's going to give. See what we can do with him. Wonder if he'll go up against Adam Cole or what he'll do it now. They got so much talent. They could do stuff for weeks.
Sky's the limit with this company, especially with everything that they've been doing recently with all the new acquisitions and with Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson. Obviously, CM Punk coming in. You have the newly acquired Bobby Fish. You had Malachi Black, Andrade. Listen, guys, all those people that I named right there are former WWE guys, but listen, at the end of the day, they're professional wrestlers at heart, and that's what Tony Khan is striving for. He wants professional wrestling at the forefront. He doesn't care if you're from WWE, MLW, Impact, or your local bingo hall in West Newbury, Massachusetts. Shout out to John Cena. Do. But he doesn't care. If you're a real professional wrestler and you care about this business and you care about storytelling in that ring, you'll get a shot here. You will. And if they see something in you, you're most likely going to be here. So I think it's a great thing. I mean, as much as AEW has assigned talent a lot within the last few months, it only can help AEW. And their plans is to change the world of professional wrestling. It's not it's not as bad as everyone tries to make it seem.
Right. Yeah, AEW focuses more on the wrestling. So I get a lot of this on TikTok as well. So I try to tell people that AEW focuses more on wrestling and putting a story together. As far as WWE, they focus more on entertainment and content. So what AEW is doing right now is great because they're focusing more on wrestling, and what we actually want to see is wrestling. We don't want to
Right.
see like a lot of corny promos or segments or nothing like that. We want to focus on wrestling, and that's why I like what AEW is doing so far.
Ash, what's your stance on all of that?
Yeah, that's a good point. Because, I mean, that's what, like, when people say there's not a difference between wrestling and entertainment, there is. And this is where you can see where the lines get you. Like, wrestling can be entertainment, and it can be entertaining to watch. But there are 100% differences when you have angles that are preferenced and made specifically for entertainment and to draw a more casual viewer than someone that is watching for professional wrestling. And that's why you have guys like Bryan Danielson, even who said they want to come over to this company for incredible fucking professional wrestling because that's the goal of this company. And yeah, you can do that through entertainment as well, but in the end game, it's through the wrestling itself and the matches that we see. Like,
Right. Yeah. I think what you both said was very well said. We have it. What we want is professional wrestling at the end of the day, and when it comes to AEW, that is exactly what we get. The W in AEW is wrestling, and we get that every single week. So, man, this is it's a great time to be a fan. That's all I had to say, especially an AEW fan. Up next, we had Dan Lambert, an American Top Team, walk through the crowd, and they surround the ring. Scorpio Sky attacks Guevara from behind. The UFC fighters attack on the ground, and Fuego del Sol runs down to help his best friend, but gets beaten down by American Top Team. Sky continues the attack on Guevara. Judas hits, and the Inner Circle and Jericho and Hager run down. And while they were brawling in the ring, the music still plays so that the fans can continue singing. I kind of found that very, very obnoxious in a way, but I knew what they were trying to do. They wanted the crowd to sing along still.
Right.
So Hager and Jericho clear the ring, and Lambert gets on the mic and said, as the crowd is still singing Judas, while the music was trying to turn off, they were still singing along. Lambert says, "Listen, just cut the goddamn music," and says that this is a shit-stained town here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Lambert is getting drowned out with booze, and in Florida, it will be the Inner Circle versus Men of the Year and Junior Dos Santos. Shut the fuck up chants were roaring through the arena, and Jericho says, "Hey, listen, I couldn't hear you. I honestly couldn't hear you with this crowd here in Philadelphia." And while he was trying to speak, Jericho's mic breaks. Like they cut off his mic. I don't know if he said anything to make AEW cut the mic off. I didn't hear anything that was that bad enough to make the mic get cut off, but the mic breaks, and he gets another one and says that, "Listen, you're a living piece of shit, and we'll beat the shit out of your entire team." So we got a 6-man tag next week on Dynamite in Florida, and I think it's in Miami, if I'm not mistaken. And somebody's going to be at ringside. I couldn't hear it when he was saying who's going to be at ringside.
It was Jorge Masvidal.
Oh, Masvidal, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Masvidal is going to be at ringside. And what location was AEW in? We were in Philadelphia tonight. I forget the arena. It's in the description. What is the arena? We were live from... Where were we live from? Shoot. From the Lacrosse Center? Yeah, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I don't know. But yeah. And we're going to be in Miami next week. So, yeah, I love what they're doing with American Top Team. First of all, somebody asked me on Twitter, what do I like about America's Top Team and all that. I love Dan Lambert. Dan Lambert is what's making this thing work right now. I think Dan Lambert is great on the mic. I think he's just an absolute prick on that microphone, which makes it work. And Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, they are getting better on that microphone. So whenever they speak, you listen, and it's just going to be a great thing to see as this team continues to rise the ranks here in the AEW Tag Team Division. So, guys, what are your thoughts on America's Top Team and thoughts on this 6-man tag match that is going to be happening next week in Miami?
The same thing that you said. I like America's Top Team. Like you said, that but everybody in that group is freaking obnoxious on the microphone, but since they have a whole lot of diversity in that group, as far as Ethan Page, Scorpion Sky, and then the rest of the group is like former MMA fighters, I believe that would benefit the group a little bit. As far as the 6-man tag team match, I'm all for it. I can't wait. We see a little piece of the inner circle getting back together. So, yeah, I can't wait for it.
Dan Lambert is a gem. Reminds me a little bit of Paul Heyman in the ways. He just does his job phenomenal.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. And that's what we don't get. We don't got like a lot of true heel figures like that just run the mic specifically and are just a mouthpiece for people these days. And I mean, yeah, they're getting better on the mics themselves, but I still don't. I mean, there's no interest factor really in me yet for but Dan Lambert gives me that interest factor, and he really draws you to them and does his job well.
Dan Lambert and America's Top Team, they're a force to be reckoned with. Now, did I like this thing at first? No, I didn't, because I really didn't know what Dan Lambert was and what Dan Lambert was all about until I literally did more research on the guy. I literally had no idea who he was. I'm going to be completely honest. I had no idea who he was. And then he started joining up with Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. And I'm like, all right, I mean, heck, these guys for right now, they can't be talking on the mic. So you give them a mouthpiece in Dan Lambert. That's perfect. And then they actually started to get better on the mic, and they actually let them have microphones in their hands, doing great things. And then they were bringing in the UFC guys and girls, because there is a woman in this. I completely botch her name every single time.
Paige Van something.
Yeah, see, we don't mean any disrespect. We don't, but we just can't freaking figure it out.
Right.
But regardless, America's Top Team is something to be reckoned with. And honestly, at this point, I would not mind seeing a Scorpio and Ethan Page at some point down the line, possibly getting a championship opportunity when it comes to those tag team titles at some point. That's probably going to be later down the line in 2022, I would say. But you give these guys some wins, and they can be something in this tag team division.
Yeah, I believe so.
There's a lot of tag teams, so you can run with an AEW. I can't
Yeah.
even.
Yeah,
That's why when we were talking, I think in Nate's chat, someone was saying like, should Jericho win the title again? And I was like, I mean, you could throw him in the TNC or tag division. It'll just take away from so many other potential tag teams and potentials for the TNT title. So it's like you might as well just keep Jericho in feuds in some way, somehow, and try to keep him relevant through that way instead of trying to throw a belt on him at this stage of his career just for a accolade purpose.
Right.
Yeah,
I was in that chat earlier, and somebody was saying, yeah, like having Jericho as the first champion made sense at the time because of the name value, but right now in today's landscape of AEW, he doesn't need that championship right now. He doesn't even really need that championship at all.
Yeah, he really don't need the championship at all. Like Batch said, he should just keep doing the feuds, and we'll see what happens. But I really don't see him needing to be in a title picture at all at this point in his career.
We don't want Jericho to ever turn into Goldberg. I'll tell you that right now. But knowing AEW, that would never happen. They use their legends right in this company. I mean, look what Sting is doing with Darby Allin.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Well, here's the thing: Sting can still go. Goldberg almost tore both his ACLs at SummerSlam. So there you go. And he'll probably actually do it in Saudi this year, but that's neither here or there. That's for another time and another place. We're here to talk about the new championship that is being introduced into AEW, guys. Tony Schiavone is in the ring with senior referee Aubrey Edwards, and there is a championship belt in a black bag. And Tony says that Dynamite is moving to TBS on January 5th. And with all that being said, we have a TBS championship to unveil, thanks to Tony Khan. And this will be a secondary championship for the women. And without further ado, Aubrey, unveil this championship to us. It's literally the exact same thing as the TNT championship, but with the TBS logo in there, which I don't mind. I don't. Normally I would, because look what happens in I hate bringing up WWE in AEW podcast, but what else am I gonna look towards, right? So the WWE and the Universal Championship are literally the exact same belt. It's just a different color strap. This is literally the exact same thing for the TBS and TNT. It's the same. It's the same strap, but it's just a different logo in the middle of it for the two TV companies. I think it's perfectly fine to have it like that, mainly because, listen, this is the AEW women's division and the men's. Not everybody can be a world champion in the men and women's division. So that's why these championships were made. That's why. And with the prestige that the TNT title has, I have nothing but respect for Tony Khan to know that he will treat this championship with as much, if not more, respect than the TNT title. I think it's a great thing that we're having a secondary title for the women.
Yeah, I believe so too. I was actually talking to some people in my chat, and they didn't like that they had the TBS title for the women. But then you got to realize that AEW do have a lot of women talent still,
Yes.
besides Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa, Ty Conti. They have way more women's talent than you think. So this could be good. It gives someone else an opportunity to be champion. Maybe Jade Cargill, maybe Ruby. So yeah, it gives the other women talent better opportunities to be a champion as well, which I like. I can dig that.
It gives them more opportunity to be shown on
Right.
TV.
Also, yeah.
Which
yeah.
is all
Hopefully we
the
see.
things we want.
Yeah. Just on who wins it, though. They got a lot of choices.
We have a tournament to decide this championship, and the tournament is actually going to start on January 5th. So this championship tournament is not going to start for a while. But they wanted to at least say, hey, we have this championship here, so don't forget about it. And everybody's going to try to make their claim to get into that title tournament. So that's the thing, though, Bash. Who is going to be the first TBS champion?
It's got to be someone that's been there, I feel like. I don't think it should be Ruby.
I think Ruby will go far in the tournament. I don't think she will just not be in there. I think she will be in the tournament, but I say she at least goes to the semifinals before she gets out of there. That's just how much I feel that they have so much trust in her for that. I feel it should probably come down to Tay Conti and Jade Cargill. I think those two would be a fantastic final.
It hurts Ruby's booking, how she's coming in, but in a way, it's also, you can't just have her come in, I feel, and squander the talent that we're trying to build up that have been here.
Right. I think a perfect final two would be somebody like a Tay Conti and Jade Cargill. Babyface versus heel. Jade Cargill is undefeated as of right now. Tay Conti is a very underrated talent in this company. I think that would be a great final.
I would say Thunder Rosa and Jade Cargill as my final two.
Thunder, yeah. I didn't forget about her. I just feel like there's going to be at some point where Thunder is going to go after Britt. So.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Bash?
Or is it too early to tell, Bash? Or we're just making up random matches that we'd love to see.
I gotta see what the match card is gonna be. See what we.
Yeah. This tournament is gonna be great, though. I don't know if the tournament's. Well, no, it's not gonna end at Full Gear because it's not even starting until January. probably we're going to have this thing culminate at Revolution. I think that would be a fair assessment to have the TBS Championship be on the line in the finals on one of the matches at Revolution in February. I think that would be a great time to do it there. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so we had the TBS Championship. I think it's a great thing. And we'll see what happens with that TBS Championship. Tell me what you guys think in the live chat. Thoughts on the TBS Championship and how everything should go down when it does go down. JR is with Darby Allin backstage and says that he was uncomfortable in the segment with MJF last week. He has Darby's face paint. Darby says that MJF made things public, but he would like to elaborate why he paints his face. The night his uncle... Oh. Okay. The night his uncle died in the car crash, 50% of him feels dead inside as well. He faced death that day, but he's still here. Darby Allin makes his entrance, and we have this match between Darby and Nick Comoroto. So it was a very short match. Darby Allin got the win. Coffin drop, cover 1, 2, 3. Very simple, but Darby Allin got the win here.
Yeah, that match was crazy quick. All I remember was I was talking in my chat and looked up, boom.
Yeah,
and that's it. To be honest, I didn't really care about this match as much.
Yeah, why did it happen?
It was one of
I mean,
those.
like I know Darby, needs wins, and we got to build him up at some point. But like,
there he is.
It's like why? Like I had no idea who the other guy was. To be 100%.
Yeah, Nick Comoroto. He's been on AEW Dark and Dark Elevation for months. They're just trying to build him up. There's nothing really going on with him right now, so that's why they have him there. I don't know why he was on Dynamite tonight, but he was here. So gave Darby Allin the win. And I mean gave him the win because honestly he really didn't have that much offense.
Yeah.
But guys, as we all can see, the man, the myth, the legend, the real Laugh Not Famous is here.
I had my name said earlier. Laugh, you missed it. You fuck.
Wow.
I sent him a picture of it. He saw it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, you.
We talked a lot about the show tonight, man, but did you see the 8-man tag that kicked off the show and everything after that, up until the Nick Comoroto match with Darby Allin?
I think the 8-man tag was the best match of the night. That shit was freaking awesome. I didn't know, like a lot of people, having people in the match, I knew other people I didn't know. But man, what a freaking amazing match to start off the show.
What about that Arn Anderson promo, him slapping the fuck out of Cody Rhodes tonight?
Why
I loved
did
it.
so hard?
I hit him so hard.
Why did you so hard?
Man, mollywop the guy.
He was right outside to slap the hell out of him. That was funny though.
TNT title match between Sammy and Bobby. What was your thought on that?
I'm not a big fan of Bobby Fish, so as long as Sammy retained, I didn't care.
Yo!
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, but by the way, Laf, I don't know if you were here for this. Well, you weren't here for this, but Bobby Fish is all elite, so you'll be seeing them a lot more.
Oh, I saw they signed him, so I mean, cool, I guess.
And then Dan Lambert just being an absolute prick to Chris Jericho and the guys. I loved it. I loved every second of it. And we get a 6-man tag next week.
My Philly crowd was booing them, and I love it. I wish I could have been at that show tonight. I really do.
And hey, Aiden, listen to me, bro. Aiden, I love that. I love it. Get him the world title. Have him beat MJF. Beat the crap out of the kid. When MJF does eventually win the championship, because he will. Mark my words. But, last thing that we went over before the Darby Allin Nick Comoroto match, we have the TBS Championship off. Thoughts on that? A secondary title for the women.
Need your thoughts off before I leave. Who you want
That
to?
belt looks beautiful.
Who do you want to hold that thing?
That belt looks beautiful.
What's your prediction for the finals?
He muted himself.
Yeah, he muted himself. That's all right.
Yo, my fault.
I said, what's your prediction for the finals? Who would you want to see in the finals?
You know who I'm gonna say. You know
Well,
exactly
Jade
who I'm gonna say.
Cargill, of course.
Yes, her as well. She
Right
wasn't
belt?
what I had in mind at first. I want her to beat Britt Baker, but I don't know.
Who? Hogan?
Yes, I don't know where she's at. Why is she not on TV? Why is she not on my screen?
What about Red?
Nah,
What about Red? Yeah.
nah. I need Kiera Hogan. I can't.
Kira Hogan and Jade Cargill in the finals. Okay.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh man. I'll be standing on top of my TV in that match.
You didn't even see it, cuz.
Oh my God. But yeah, and then literally in about 30 seconds, Darby Allin just kicked the shit out of Nick Comoroto. So
Darby's freaking awesome. He is freaking awesome.
that coffin drop is great. But yeah, what do we have here? Oh yeah, QT Marshall hit a diamond cutter on Sting, but Sting just pops right back up like nobody's business. He's like, yeah, fuck you, QT. Yeah, so he just pops up out of nowhere, forearms to Comoroto. Comoroto hits a huge power slam, picture in picture. Oh, well, wait, no. What am I doing? I'm going over the freaking match again. Sting hits a Scorpion Death Drop on QT, and Sting and Darby celebrate again. So, listen, I like what they're doing with Sting. Sting can actually still go, other than some other things that can happen. But yeah, Darby and Sting
is the most underrated ever. The fact that he is still going, and the fact that we throw Ric Flair's name consistently, I know that Ric Flair is such a prominent, champion, and he has what the accolades in comparison to Sting. But Sting, the fact that he can still go at this age and look like this, and the fact that they use him like this, so shout outs to Stinger.
Man, that man is still trying to get back in ring shape so that he can wrestle again. Don't do it. If you have Ric Flair have a match in AEW, I'm literally turning the shit off.
Imagine Ric Flair versus Sting.
He's literally trying to get back in ring shape so that he can wrestle again.
Imagine Flair versus Sting.
Jumping around.
Oh.
No one see that.
Tell him, Tyler.
Ric Flair does not need to be in the ring in 2021.
Yeah, he definitely don't.
He's canceled.
Charlotte doesn't need to be in this. I don't want any of
Dang.
Well, yeah, we all know that. We all know that.
Wow, you buck wildin'. That's foul. You foul. Boys, I gotta get some sleep though.
All right,
All right, batch man.
I'll catch y'all. OTB. Have a good night, boys.
Let's go.
Dark Order is backstage, and Evil Uno says that, listen, if you don't want me to make the decisions, how about you guys do it? And they said, look, we're a family, so we're going to vote like a family. And then they all do the whole claw for the Dark Order at the same time. And he's like, oh, hey, look at that. We all did the claw at the same time. And then they kind of started arguing back and forth again. And then Anna Jay's like, guys, are we on the same page or not? And then they're like, yeah, fine. And then they do the claw again. So, listen, we're getting there's no reason why this group is trying to break up unless something's going to happen. We're going to see something happen at Full Gear. Somebody's going to come out. Whether that's Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda, we don't know. But something is going to happen. They're not doing this for no reason.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt is coming. We all know that either Bray, Braun, maybe one of them is coming, man. One of them is coming. They're going to be the new leader of the Dark Order. They're going to get everything back and restore. You know, everything composed. Bro, we all know it's going to happen. When it's going to happen, we don't know. But it's going to happen soon, eventually.
I made a video on it today, Loft. Listen, it's either down between two companies for Bray Wyatt. Impact or AEW.
AEW, yep.
Impact, I feel like the only character that would fit in Impact when it comes to Bray Wyatt or Wyndham Rotunda is the Fiend character or something of the Fiend character. He's obviously trying to create something new because the Fiend is WWE's now, but something horror gimmick like that works for Impact because of look at all the horror gimmicks that we've had in Impact before. AEW, when it comes to horror type gimmicks, we don't have that here. We don't. So, I mean, we have somebody named Abaddon, who's practically a zombie kind of thing. But even that, it's like that thing has a really low ceiling, and it never really lifts off the ground. So, if AEW wants Bray Wyatt, you have him do something similar to the first version of Bray Wyatt with the lantern and the fireflies and all of that shtick. You have to do something like that because that fits in AEW. The Fiend, not so much. Thoughts on that, Loft? Oh, no, actually, no. He says it's BRB. So, but yeah, I'll get his thoughts on that when he does come back. But Nate, thoughts on that? Because I feel like that's the only way that Tony Khan would actually have interest in Bray Wyatt if it was the first version of Bray, not the Fiend. Even though I'd love the Fiend in AEW, but I don't think it would just work right now.
Right. After what you just said, it makes sense. It makes a whole lot of sense to have Bray Wyatt come back as like the buzzer gimmick after what you just said. Yeah, it feel like it'll be great. What if the only thing will it fit in the Dark Order? We don't know. But as far as like the buzzer gimmick, like how we did it in WWE, I think that would be perfect for him in AEW right now. Just for when he shows up. Eventually, he could go down like the Fiend route, you know, a little bit later. But yeah, but right now, I believe the buzzer gimmick would be great for him when he debuts.
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, Bray Wyndham is a freaking mastermind. So whatever kind of gimmick or whatever kind of character he chooses, whether that is in Impact or whether that is in AEW, it's not like we're not going to follow him wherever the hell he goes anyway. So
right.
Even if he is an Impact, I'm telling you right now, he is most likely going to be the sole reason alone on why I'll start watching Impact every single week. He will. because I want to see what the guy does.
Right.
Because I'm that much of a fan of him.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, wherever he goes, guys, that's just keep an eye out because his 90-day no compete ends on October 30th, the day before Halloween. So that right there, first of all, that's eerie in itself. Bray Wyatt 90-day no compete pretty much ends on Halloween.
Yeah.
Crazy things. Loft says that his laptop is just making him try to fail tonight. It's all right, man. If you have to leave, it's all right. We'll just get things sorted here and keep rolling. But guys, we're almost done anyway. You want Brock in AEW? Brock. You guys are insane. Brock Lesnar in AEW. Imagine. Ricky Starks is in the ring, and he says that he's holding the original FTW championship, and with a mindset from Taz, you can't just not say the name Brian Cage. So he said, Brian Cage, get the fuck out of here. We're doing something right now. He challenges Cage to a Philadelphia street fight, and Cage's music hits. He runs down, and the former Team Taz members just brawl in the ring. And Cage stands tall, holding the the FTW title. And we will get that street fight on Rampage. They're probably going at it right now. Because yes, Rampage is taped. I hate it. You guys know how I feel about Rampage being taped. You can just tell that it's being taped on TV because the crowd is not really all that into it afterwards. And trust me, I was there. I was there for Grand Slam. Okay, I saw an hour. I saw an hour of dark tapings from 7 to 8. We sat through the 2 hours of Grand Slam from 8 to 10, and then we saw from 10 to 12 Rampage. So trust me, it was a long freaking night. But yeah, so we get that street fight on Friday, and we'll see what happens. I mean, listen, I think it's going to be a great match between Starks and Cage. We were going to see it happen at some point. Did I think it was going to be on a Rampage? No, but we're going to get this match.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this street fight. I believe that Brian Cage is going to win that championship back. Some way, somehow, he's going to win it back. We already know that Hobbs and my mind is slipping on the other guy's name, but we know that they're going to interfere in some way in the match. But I have a feeling that Brian Cage is going to stick it out and he's going to win that FTW championship back.
We'll see. I don't know if it's for the title or not, but if it is, I mean,
I believe it is. Let me just double check.
It is. Okay.
It is.
Yep. But yeah, so it's an FTW title match, and the thing is that championship is not even really it's not recognized by AEW as a real championship.
Right.
It's just there. But hey, listen, it's Team Taz. I'll do whatever the fuck they want me to do. They're great. I absolutely love it. But after that, we had a video package of 4 women, honestly, that want that TBS championship. Thunder Rosa said that she is here to stake her claim and be the TBS champion. Sky Blue says that she's here to win the title. Ruby Soho says that the TBS title is the flavor she like. And Jade Cargill, the beast, Jade Cargill, says that she will turn the TBS title into that bitch show. So, and now I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. Come on, there we are. We're back. But yeah, I mean, Thunder Rosa, Sky Blue, Ruby Soho, and Jade Cargill. I honestly think that right there in itself, those are at least 4 people that will be in this TBS Championship tournament. Because they wouldn't have had this video package and promo if they weren't going to be in there.
Right.
So there you go. 4 people confirmed, but not confirmed at the same time. This match right here really shocked the fuck out of me because it was Hikaru Shida trying to get her 50th win in AEW, taking on Serena Deeb, and Hikaru didn't even win. Serena Deeb won. I was shocked.
Yeah,
What?
I felt the exact same way. I was watching the match, and then once I saw Serena won, I'm like, wait, what? And then on top of that, she broke the trophy and slammed it on her head. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, wow.
It's not like they can't have another one though. I mean, they're gonna make another one so that when Hikaru does have that 50th win, she'll get it regardless. So I was just very shocked. I love that Serena Deeb though turned heel. I think that's great. I just didn't expect it. I just thought we were just saying, Serena Deeb, she's going to take the L here because it's the 50th win, but it's not like she can't take a loss. I mean, it's Serena Deeb. We love her, but I was just shocked. I mean, we had Shida with knee strikes. Deeb catches a leg, hamstring blows, hammering blows to the leg, and Deeb rakes the eyes, hits a dragon screw, and she hits Dev Tox. Dev covers, Shida kicks out to count of 2, and single leg Boston Crab from Deeb, and Shida taps out. She doesn't even get pinned, she just taps out for the 1, 2, 3. So, she's been heel since double. Listen, I always thought that she was a babyface. I didn't think she was heel.
I thought she was a babyface as well. So
I didn't really think she was a heel. All right, I mean, I guess she's been heel for a while then. Damn. Sorry, didn't I guess I haven't been watching shit then. But yeah, Deeb takes the trophy from at ringside and just clocks her in the back of the head. And heel turn. Well, it says heel turn for Serena Deeb here. So, I mean, people were cheering her tonight in the crowd. So it's not like if it was a heel turn all the way back then, it obviously didn't work. But at least here, it worked. Because, I mean, it's the 50th win, but it didn't really happen. So this right here is an official heel turn to me. Marvis was backstage with Darby Allin, but pretty much all this was Darby Allin accepting a challenge from MJF, and we had some masked attackers attack Darby. One of them was masked men hit the F10, so that one right there, you can obviously tell that was Wardlow. The masked man suit, MJF chokes Darby with the skateboard, and they just walk away from the limo. So it was MJF and Wardlow. They were attacking Darby, and there you go. We'll get the match next week, Darby Allin versus MJF. Going to be a great match.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be a great match too. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Now, a very controversial signing as a Leo Rush had a video package here, and says that Dante probably can't see right now, but he is a huge fan of him, and we'll see you soon. So Darby out, Dante Martin versus Leo Rush. Give it to me. Give it.
Yes, sir. That would be a fantastic.
I did forget to mention this earlier. Dante Martin did get attacked by Malachi Black, and Malachi Black versus Dante Martin will happen soon enough as well. Again, give it to me. I want it. But yeah, listen, those two matches for Dante Martin are going to be great. They're most likely losses. Let's be real, but it's going to be a great showcase for the kid. Great showcase for the kid.
Yes, sir. I love me some Dante Martin, man. I believe that he's going to be a superstar within the next year or two. These two matches coming up for him with Leo Rush and Malachi Black is gonna help rise him up a little bit. I love what he can do in the ring. His athleticism is crazy. My man got some serious hops. I love me some Dante Martin, man. He's fantastic in the ring.
Now his brother Darius Martin. The only reason why Dante is getting this big of a push right now when it comes to singles wise is because Darius is out with a knee injury or some kind of injury. I would never want to just force somebody to stay off TV, but this guy is red hot right now. Whether he wins or loses, this guy is red hot. Everybody loves the guy. Everybody loves the kid. So, listen, you take as much time as you need for this knee injury. He's obviously still killing it. They see something in him. Otherwise, they would not see or put him in these type of matches. So, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Laugh. It really is okay. It really is okay, but man, just obviously stuff was not going to be in the works tonight. But we're still holding it down here regardless. So we have that, and Britt Baker says that the TNT championship is the TBS championship, excuse me, is going to take me a little while. Now that we have a TNT title and a TBS championship, I'm always probably going to call it TBS championship TNT instead, but yeah, we'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed. Yeah, she says that the TBS championship is fantastic. Now the losers in the back can leave her alone, and she'll be watching from the top of the mountain as Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. And it's great. She's my girl. I love her. And Adam Cole, I'm coming for her. So beware. And then finally, man, the casino ladder match. Great things going on here. We had Pac versus Andrade El Idolo versus Jon Moxley, Lance Archer, Orange Cassidy, Matt Hardy, and the Joker, who turned out to be the cowboy shit himself, Hangman Adam Page. You started things off with Cassidy and Pac as the first two. Great things we saw here. We saw Pac hitting a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Pac throws Cassidy out the ring and gets a ladder, throws it in the ring, and Cassidy throws it out. Pac blocks a DDT and hits a brainbuster. Next entrance is Andrade El Idolo. And they had an exchange of strikes from the top of the ladder, did Pac and Andrade. Andrade hits a sunset flip power bomb off the ladder. Looked fantastic. And And Orange Cassidy hits the lazy kicks on Andrade. Cassidy hits a Hurricane Rana and stands with his hands in his pockets. I love that Hurricane Rana with his hands in his pockets. I think it's great. I think it just fits him so well. Orange Cassidy, he is a comedy character at best, but when you see him in the ring, he's fantastic regardless of what he does. So it's great to see. The next entrant is Matt Hardy. Now, we all know Matt Hardy has a thing with ladder matches. He kind of made him famous. V1. Well, wait. Yeah, it will show up right here, V1. Yeah, and honestly, he did that thing too. He was doing his whole V1 thing, so it looked great. So Hardy hits a side effect as soon as he gets in the ring to Orange Cassidy. Hardy hits Cassidy with a ladder and sets it up, and Cassidy pulls him off the ladder. Hardy throws Cassidy into it, and we head to a picture-in-picture break. Back from break, and Lance Archer is entered the ring already, so he entered during the commercial break, and he just wiped out everybody. Everybody dies. That's what his theme song is. So he just said, "You know what? Fuck it, we're doing it." And Archer sets up a ladder in the middle of the ring. The next entrant is Jon Moxley, and it kind of just fit perfectly between Jon Moxley and Lance Archer. They had their thing going on with the Forbidden Door. Cassidy hits an orange punch on Lance Archer, and a second orange punch. He climbs on the ladder, which is literally like his head was through one of the rungs of the ladder, and he stood on his back to climb up the ladder. Looked great. And he climbs the ladder, which is held up by Archer, and Moxley hits a suplex on Orange and a drop kick in the corner on Archer. And the Joker, cowboy shit himself, Hangman Adam Page. The man looked great. He looked great. He's finally back after having a few months off because his wife recently had a baby. So congratulations to them, and we're just glad that you're back, because you were honestly sorely missed. Because honestly, it didn't feel right not seeing Hangman Adam Page on our TV screens every single week, or at least not every week, but not being here in AEW. Moxley hits a paradigm shift on Hangman Adam Page during the course of this match, and Cassidy and Moxley climb the ladder together. Moxley bites Cassidy on the head, just bites him. Like, I'm just gonna bite your head off. And Hardy pushes over the ladder, and both of them fall to the ground. Hardy gets Cassidy, setting him up on a table, and Hardy climbs a ladder that's on the outside of the ring and does the Hardy leg drop through the table, which is on top of the ladder. Looked great, but when he hit that thing, he hit it hard, and his ass had to hurt because he was shaking on the ground like crazy. I'm like, this guy paralyzed himself. The guy is literally about to hurt himself so bad that he is not going to be able to wrestle in the ring anymore. I understand that he wants to go all out in ladder matches, man, but he has to take care of himself. He has to. He's not going to be wrestling that much longer. So take care of yourself for as long as you can, so that your brother can get here within the next 1 to 2 years, so you can have a last run as AEW Tag Team Champions with the Hardy Boys. That's all I want. That's all I want. Can I get it? Most likely not, but we'll see. The man has to take care of himself at the end of the day. Because I don't want him to lose his career just based off of something that was it was a safe leg drop, but you're landing hard on your ass there, so that's fine. You get all that shit on your spine, not only on your butt, but on your spine too. So it's, I don't know. It might just be me, but Archer takes down Moxley, and Page hits a buckshot lariat. I know Loft was marking out at that because he loves the buckshot lariat. He loves it to death. He thinks that's probably one of the coolest moves in AEW. Like, that's what he told me at one point. Page climbs the ladder. Moxley hits him with a chair, and they are both climbing the ladder at the same time. Moxley with right hands. Page falls down a few rungs. Page climbs back up, shots to Moxley, and he falls off the ladder, and Page grabs the chip for the 1, 2, 3. I mean, not 1, 2, 3. He just grabs the chip for the win. But there you go. Hangman Adam Page versus Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship. Most likely happening at Full Gear. At least I would hope. You don't waste this match on a random episode of Dynamite. You don't. I think it's going to be happening at Full Gear. Or at least it should.
Yeah, hopefully AEW do the right thing and actually put this match on some type of pay-per-view within the next month or two, I say. Also, guys, I just want to say that Loft's laptop is sponsored by Peacock right now.
Yes.
It's lagging, not working. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. Anyway, I'm happy that Adam Page came back and won this match. We finally get to see Adam Page versus Kenny Omega. He should have got his title shot a long time ago. Maybe we see Adam Page against Adam Cole down the line as well. Adam Page against any other member of the Elite as well. So I like this. This is going to be a fun feud down the road. So many matches, man. I can't wait.
And guys, that I mean, that's pretty much it. We all had we pretty much knew it was going to be Hangman Adam Page. I said it was either going to be Hangman or Jonah Rock, the former Bronson Reed. Obviously, Bronson Reed, like his 30-day no compete clause was done about like 2 months ago, so he's been ready. I think he's just been just trying to lay low and trying to figure out what he wants to do, or at least where he wants to sign. Because listen, the world is your oyster when it comes to free agency in the world of professional wrestling. But all I know is I want Jonah Rock in AEW so that he can team with Bear Bronson and Bear Boulder for Bear Country. You guys know, if you guys know AEW as well as I do, Bear Country is a very underrated tag team. I think they are possible AEW tag team champions way, way down the line. But, man, I think Bronson with Bear Country would be a great, great pairing. So we'll see what happens. I mean, listen, it's probably not going to happen. Just because Bear Bronson liked my tweet about it does not mean it's happening. So, but guys, that's it. That's it for AEW Dynamite. That's their second anniversary show. And man, we're in Miami next week, so we'll see what happens. But anything else you want to say before we get the hell out of here?
No, man. Thank you guys for coming, man. I'm about to get some sleep for work tomorrow, so.
You can follow us on TikTok. The links are down in the description, but you can follow me on Twitter at PhenomenalP3, on Instagram at PhillyMet, and on TikTok at PhillyMet. Nate, you can do your outro, and then I'll probably just kick Carol off.
All right, man. So TikTok, Nathan Coleman 6. Follow me on there. Yeah, I really don't have any other social media that I want to throw out there. So yeah, TikTok, man. That's how you get in contact with me. Watch my videos. Shout out to my guy Tyler. I see him in the chat. And yeah, that's it, man.
Guys, make sure before you go, hit the like button as hard as you possibly can. That way you can help us out here on the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell to all notifications. That way you never miss an upload. You can go follow Loft at Loft Not Famous on TikTok. I think it is Loft Not Famous on Twitter as well. So there you go. I gave you a shout out on Twitter as well. And yeah, man, just stay safe, y'all. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow, because tomorrow will be an episode of Outside the Brand where we're just going to be talking some random shit. We might have a special guest here as well, so you guys will see that in the coming day or so. So we'll see you guys there. Peace out. Outside the Brand is out, and we'll talk soon. Peace.